Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of my 30-day coding challenge. My name is Rishi. Well, let's just go through what happened today. I have good news and bad news to share with you. The good news is that I'm finally done with HTML. I've finally completed it. And the bad news is that I took a little bit too long to complete the HTML, which means that I'm slightly behind in my week 1 schedule. I was supposed to have a little bit of CSS already started today, but HTML took longer than anticipated. And I did have some time left after I completed HTML today, but I decided to invest into reviewing what I've learned in HTML instead of starting something new in CSS. Well, let's see. Before we get on to the day, like what I did today, I just want to review the course that I've already completed. It was a really nice course. I invested in about 11, 12 hours into it, and I've completed HTML. So let's just see what this course is about. So as you can see on the screen, this course has 4 or 5 sections. The first one is basic HTML, which was probably the largest section of all them. No, sorry, like forms and tables was pretty huge as well. So basic HTML will give you a good understanding of what HTML is. It's basically a front-end web development language, and it provides a structure to the web page. It has different tags such as header, footer, and main body, so that you know like where how the web page is going to look like. You can structure it neatly, and it also is semantic, which means it these tags, these elements has inherent meaning to them, which not only helps the developer but also helps the browser when it renders the page online. And then we had a module on semantic HTML, which basically goes deeper into the meaning of these tags and these elements and how developers and browser can utilize them, and how it is also helpful for search engine optimization, SEO, so that the browser and the search engines know what they can expect in your website or web page, and they also understand the structure of the web page so that they can display it in the browser that you're using. And after that, we went into forms and table, which was a slightly bigger module than I expected. So this basically tells you how to build a form, how to build a table inside your website, and how do you collect the data if the users are submitting data on your web page or website. So, and after that, the last module was accessibility, which is basically again going deeper into the semantic meaning of these tags, and also introducing some new elements, some new tags which you can utilize into the syntax so that your website becomes more accessible, and it's easier for screen reader tools to read your website for someone who can't see, and it's easier for people with other disabilities if they choose to use other tools and other um, methods to browse through your website. So that's it. I was finally able to complete it, feeling quite relieved and happy, even though like at one point it felt like I did get a overload of syntax in my mind where it became a little confusing. But yeah, let's just review what I did today, what sort of coding I performed today. There were two things I did today. The first one was I coded a web page for a movie. Basically, it was a very simple coding. It was basically to understand the accessibility part of it for someone who can't see it. So how would you describe the images that you have? How would you describe the tags that you used in coding the that web page? And the other thing I did was to code a timetable for a tech conference. This is basically to incorporate all the forms and table learning that I have had so far in this course, and also embedding some of the accessibility learnings that I have had today, which was quite nice. I mean, it wasn't very difficult. I vividly remember one time when I was coding and it was not progressing to the next step. And I felt like I have done everything okay. And I kept debugging it, meaning I kept checking the syntax and I couldn't find any error. I had to Google syntax. I had to review the notes, but still I was not able to find error. It was just a small uh, forward slash missing in one of the tags that which is why it was not progressing. So that goes to say that, like, I mean, these small mistake you have to be very careful about. I'm coming from a very like non-technical background, so for me to get comfortable with the syntax, for me to get comfortable with all the possible mistakes that I can do, probably is going to take some time. But yeah, be careful if you're trying on your own, just to make sure that you are using the correct syntax, you are opening the tags properly, you are closing the tags properly, and you are following the instructions on screen. Even though I was definitely following the instruction on screen, but I did not see that I was missing a forward slash in one of the syntax, and the whole thing was just stuck at the last step, which was very painful. But finally, I got through it. Uh, that's pretty much it for today. Well, I hope you found the review helpful, and I hope it will help you to make the decision if you are at the crossroad of which course to choose from, which module to choose from. I would highly recommend the course that I was doing at Free Code Camp. I guess it gave me a lot of practical understanding of syntax, or also a lot of practice in order to like code a web page. I probably would have done 10 or 15 workshops where I've coded different things all the time, and it solidifies your understanding of like what you are learning by theory, by giving you the practical exercises that you can practice on your own. Then the plan for tomorrow is to again for me to find a CSS course. I will probably do a few module, or I'll continue the same course for CSS. I'll probably try to do at least the basic CSS from here, which has about 122 modules. So it's going to take me almost a day, or probably more than a day, because it's a harder language as well. So, and I'm not 100% sure about it. I'll probably make the decision tomorrow and see how it goes. And after that, the week one plan would be over. I'll probably think my plan would have shifted by at least a day because of the HTML delays. So it probably would spill into the second week. The HTML and CSS will continue to at least the first day of the second week. Let's see. Like, hopefully, I'll be able to compensate the time lost in HTML while doing CSS, but that's for future. Well, again, thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by. I hope the review helped. And if it did, please let me know in the comment, and I'll try to see you tomorrow. Thank you.